Top 10 Endangered Species Research Topics. The ocean's rarest mammal vaquita, an endangered species. The vaquita, the smallest porpoise species native to the Gulf of California, faces a critical threat of extinction. In an essay on this acute topic, explore the vaquita's plight, diving into the factors of its endangerment. How do illegal fishing, habitat degradation, and climate change affect the vaquita population? Besides answering these questions, study the challenges of protecting a species with such limited numbers and propose strategies for preserving its habitat. Should the Endangered Species Act be strengthened? The Endangered Species Act, ESA, has been a cornerstone of wildlife conservation efforts in the United States for decades. In this essay, we suggest critically assessing whether the ESA's current provisions are sufficient to address the challenges posed by today's biodiversity crisis. Examine the arguments for and against strengthening the Act's legal framework to offer more robust protection to endangered species. Endangered species issue in the United States. The United States is home to numerous endangered species facing a multitude of threats to their survival. There are many options to develop this topic. One of them is delving into the broader issue of endangered species in the country. Another way is to highlight key challenges, conservation efforts, and policy initiatives. You could also explore the role of government policies, non-governmental organizations, and scientific research in saving endangered species and restoring their populations. The role of zoos in endangered species protection. Zoos play a crucial role in the conservation of endangered species, providing a haven for animals facing extinction in the wild. In an essay on this topic, you could explore the ethical and practical aspects of using zoos as a means of protecting endangered species. What are the contributions of modern zoos to breeding programs? With the help of several examples, demonstrate how zoological institutions have evolved from entertainment venues to important centers for species preservation. Can cloning technology solve the issue of endangered species? Cloning technology has opened new possibilities in the field of species conservation, raising questions about its potential to save endangered species from extinction. Examine what are the successful cloning efforts and the challenges associated with the process. Through a comprehensive analysis of cloning's role in species preservation, you could gain a deeper understanding of the potential and limitations of this technology in addressing the urgent issue of endangered species. Human overpopulation and its effects on endangered species. Human overpopulation is among the most pressing challenges faced by our planet today. In this essay, we suggest exploring the complex relationship between human population growth and its impacts on endangered species. Investigate how increased human activities, habitat destruction, and resource consumption affect biodiversity to trace the alarming link between overpopulation and the decline of vulnerable species. Are all conservation measures for endangered species legitimate? Conservation efforts aimed at safeguarding endangered species are often considered essential for preserving biodiversity and ecological balance. However, for this research paper, you could critically evaluate whether all conservation measures are ethically sound and effective in achieving their objectives. What is the impact of certain conservation methods on species, ecosystems, and local communities? What external causes affect the survival of endangered species? The survival of endangered species is increasingly threatened by external factors such as climate change, pollution, invasive species, and illegal wildlife trade. Examine the complex interplay of these issues to reveal the need for holistic and comprehensive conservation strategies. Additionally, reflect on the global and local efforts to mitigate these external threats, ranging from international treaties to community-based conservation initiatives. Why is it important to save endangered species? The conservation of endangered species is not just an ecological imperative, it is a moral obligation and a matter of preserving the planet's natural heritage for future generations. Why don't you explore the multifaceted significance of saving endangered species? Investigate the intrinsic value of biodiversity and the ecological roles of endangered species in maintaining ecosystem balance. How does pollution cause endangered species? Pollution is a formidable threat to the survival of endangered species, infiltrating their habitats and disrupting delicate ecosystems. In this essay, you might explore the multifaceted impacts of pollution on endangered species. By examining the detrimental effects of various types of pollution, such as habitat degradation, water and air pollution, chemical contaminants, and noise pollution, you will highlight the grave consequences for vulnerable wildlife.